If you're anything like me, you've been on the hunt to find the perfect edge control, and in that journey I said, you know what, I'll share the ones that I've tried, and if you've tried any, comment down below, let me know what you think. If you have any to recommend, then comment down below. There are like 8 edge controls that I've tried that I can remember their names and how I really felt about it, so let's get into it.
Please, allow me to show you something.
Hey, welcome back to the Trini Will. I'm Keisha, and in today's video I'll be sharing the edge controls that I've tried that I can remember and what I think of them, and in the end I'll be rating my top 3. First off, let's start by talking about what I look for in an edge control. What I want in an edge control is, at least, we really want all day hold, but half day hold will be still reasonable. I want that it's not greasy, like it's not a greasy formula, as well as I don't want it to melt. So sometimes you put it on and then it looks good, and then even within an hour, within the first few hours of your day, it's like melted, greasy, running down your scalp, like, oh my gosh. However, something that I also know that we should take into consideration is the climate. So I know in Trinidad and Tobago, where I'm from, it's a tropical climate. So because of the heat, it can impact how the formula works. So hopefully some of the ones that, based on my rating, hopefully it's not because of the location I was at that made me rate it that way. But yeah, based on the ones I've gone through, one of the first ones I remember trying is this magic edge effect. I think I've tried at least 2 of these, and I would say it worked pretty well, which is why I think I repurchased it. It wasn't greasy. I think I used it in Trinidad as well as I used it in Europe, so I don't think the climate was that much of an impact. But I don't know if it's the time frame sometimes, but I don't remember this turning white on my scalp. Oh, that's another thing, turning white. Sometimes the edge controls turn white, so not greasy, not melting, hold, and not turning white. Those are the things I want in my edge control. So yeah, recently, I don't know if it's like a combination of products or what it is, but recently I found that while it starts off really well, I think by like the end of the day or midday, if I check on my hair, I notice that pieces of my hair is white, and I probably have to like rub it in so it's not looking like white and, how to say, ashy, like dirty. I don't know how to describe it, but I've had some good use out of this. So yeah, recently I noticed it's starting to turn white, but in general I did like this magic collection edge effect. Then y'all, this was my go-to for a hot minute, but this was when I had relaxed hair. I probably had like 4 or 5 tubs of this. The one that I prefer, I bought this here in Italy because I couldn't find the one I wanted, but I like the extra hold. So this is the regular one, and then they have a black one which is extra hold. I love this, and I used it while in Trinidad. I sucked up on it. I had a few of it, but as you can see with this one, I have not used it out a lot because I'm not getting the hold that I want. So I have to put it as that it's not the extra hold and it's the regular, which is why I'm not getting the hold that I want. But I still use it sometimes depending on the hairstyle that I'm doing. So if I'm doing braids, I'll use it to the back of my hair instead of the front. To the front, I'll use one that I prefer more. But this Marie's Edge Wax, been my, extra hold, been my girl, has been the girl. I liked it a lot, and it's easy to make the mistake because they also have an like a beeswax. So not the tub of bees, not the Marie's beeswax, the Marie's Edge Wax extra hold. That's the black. Love it, love it, love it. Now, when edge controls started to get popular, like the brands started coming out with the different edge controls. So other ones that I've tried included the Cream of Nature, and this is the argan oil. And from Cream of Nature, I also tried the honey line. So that's the kind of goldish bronzish line of their products. So I think I had at least 2 tubs of this one as well as the other one. It worked. It wasn't the best because I find with this one, what happened, you used to get the melting. So it will start off really nice, but then after it started to get greasy, and it was just like if you put some like grease to the front of your hair. I don't know how to, like, that's the best way I can describe it. When you have it for some time, I realized that it starts to change color. So that is something I didn't particularly like, but when I buy this, it's because it's what I could find. But it's not one of my preferred. It's like, oh, okay, this is what there is. I'll buy it. Hopefully it works. It could kind of get the job done. Or sometimes what I would do, if I find an edge control is not working 100%, I would mix it with a regular gel. So like the Eco Styler, I'll put like a little of the edge gel first, and then I'll put a little bit of the Eco Styler, and sometimes I find that I get a hold with that. Or you can also mix it with a mousse, and you get a good like a styling mousse, not like a curling mousse, ones that was like stay firm. It works pretty well. Another one of those types is this that I tried, is this ORS edge control. As you can see by this container, it still has a good bit in it. It did not do what it was supposed to do. And I don't know if it's because of the summers, like how hot it was, but it's no longer an edge control. It's like a grease. So I'm pretty sure a reason I didn't really like this is because it's because look at this texture. Like, I'm pretty sure it's because it's turned into a grease after some time. Like, it smelled good, but it would turn into a grease. And then basically the same thing for the Cream of Nature honey line. It did smell good. But I don't think it gave me that extra hold that I would want. But I used to use it for my relaxed hair. I can't really remember using it for my natural hair. Like, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't the best. Then another one that I tried that I don't have is the Care edge control, and that was some years ago. That was probably when I was in university, and it took a lot out of me to purchase it because I think it was either 75 TT or 125 TT for a tub. That is something I could not afford, but it worked really well. And I think I only ever had one tub and it worked well. I liked it. I never purchased it again. Then we have the Maya Rosemary Mint Strengthening Edge Gel. This small bottle, they need a bigger bottle. It is $8 US for this bottle. And because I liked it so much, like, I need to purchase it again because something I always like value for money. But this small bottle, I really like this edge control. Like, I don't remember any white residue. It stayed for a long period of time, and it works even better when I mixed it with a mousse, because when I was using it, I had either crochet or braids in my hair and the front was starting to get frizzy, and this and some mousse is what I was using to tame my edges and keep it down, and it was working really well. So I do really like this Maya Rosemary Mint. And the funny thing is, anytime they have the $5 sale, I think because this is like $8, it never goes on sale. So I don't think the price ever changes for this. It's always like $8 or $7 US. I can't remember. Then the last edge control I purchased recently was this Ebin New York 24-hour edge tamer, and I paid, this was the most recently that I've paid for an edge control, I think, which is $12 US. And I was like, oh, I don't want to pay it. But living in Europe, finding edge controls is very hard. Like, the ones I will probably find is this, if any, and we see that this is not it for me. So I said I will purchase it, and I would say it works pretty well, but we know the little issue that this company has had. But y'all, I already bought it. I'm not throwing away something that I already bought, especially if it's working, especially living in a place where I can't find an alternative. I'm gonna finish it. But so I've had this for a year, and because for a lot of the periods of the time I wear wigs, that's why I think my edge controls last this long recently. But as you can see, it has been used. I do use it, so when I have braids, if I do styles with my hair like this, I do use it. And again, sometimes, I don't know if it's because of the products it mixes with, sometimes I get like a white cast, but I can easily like just rub it into my hair and it's not that big of a deal. But this, it works pretty well. So I can't complain. So I like it. Another edge control that I want to try is, it's called Baskin. Let me get the name. The name of it is Bask and Lather. It has some really good reviews, but it's $16 US. But when I saw the price was $16 US, I was like, oh, do I want to pay $16 US for an edge control? But then I saw that I paid 12 US for this, so I'm like, maybe I can. So I don't need to buy it right now, but that is an edge control brand that I want to try, Basque and Lather. Have any of you ever tried it? Do you recommend it? Should I purchase it? Is it on your list? Have you tried any of the ones that I mentioned? What was your review on it? How did it work for you? Let me know in the comments down below. I need to tell you my top three. My top three, drum roll. My top three are the Mielle Rosemary Mint Strengthen Edge Control, the Care, although I haven't used it in a good few years. Like, could I put this on my list if I haven't used it recently? I'm not going to put this on my list because I haven't used it recently. I think I'll give it to the Eben 24-hour Edge Tamer. And then, because I haven't used this on my natural hair, and until I get my hands on it, I can't 100% say, but in general, because of how many tubs of this I've purchased, third is going to go to this Murray's Edge Wax Stronghold. It is that girl. So yeah, these are my top three. Let's say in no particular order. But if I had to put it in order, I would say Mielle. Well, okay, I'll leave it in the order that I gave it in because I need to get the stronghold of this one to see if it works on my natural hair. But in general, I think it works pretty well for my relaxed hair. It gives me some good hold, no complaints. So that's my list of all the edge controls that I've tried. I really hope that the video was informative and that you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to like. And if it's not your first time enjoying a video from me, then I think you should go ahead and subscribe. I know it happens. Sometimes you enjoy content and then you realize, hey, I'm not subscribed. So just check below and see, are you subscribed? Until next time, ciao.